Guess who's back, 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 back again, again, again. What's up, you guys? Today I'm going to be talking about the last show I saw before we had to go into quarantine. So of course, we all know the world is in shambles right now and we are in quarantine. At this point, there are some things that are opening up, stores and different things. I'm in New York, so we're in like the first phase of like reopening different things, but we are still dealing with this virus, and yeah, so I hope that you guys are doing well and that you are all safe and your family is safe and that you are doing the best you can during this time. So yeah, this video is about the last show I saw before we had to go into quarantine. So as many of you know, Broadway isn't coming back until probably in September, which is just tragic because I wanted to see shows over the summer. But anyway, so the last show I saw before quarantine was Hamilton. So if you know me from YouTube or Instagram, or if you know me from this channel, you know that I have been obsessed with Hamilton for so many years. Let's just roll some of the footage of like experiences from like my obsession with Hamilton. I just had this laying around, you know. Yeah, so like I have been obsessed with Hamilton for quite some time. Since the first ever Broadway con is how I found out, is how I found out about Hamilton. So that was back in 2016. And I have been obsessed ever since. I talk very highly of the show. I have cosplayed and I've met some of the original cast, and I actually have never seen Hamilton until recently. I know some of you are like, what? Like, how is that possible? Like, you've been talking about it for so many years. Yes, I have. I actually didn't ever see the show until a few months ago. Like so many of you, you probably have entered the lottery many times. So have I, and I have never won the lottery. So I just was not sure like how I was gonna see the show. I wanted to see the show so badly, and I didn't win the lottery. I just didn't know what I would do, but I just knew in my heart one day I would see the show. And so back in November, I was blessed with the opportunity to be a production assistant on an upcoming off-Broadway show. And I'm fresh out of college. I've been out of college for a year. I have my theater degree, and I thought that this opportunity was going to be for me to get you know, just my foot in the door, some experience. And I didn't expect for them to be paying me, so to just experience a show in their workshop stage, I was thankful for. But they ended up paying me, and so I was really thankful for that. And so since I didn't expect to be paid, I was like, this is like surprise money, like this is like special money. So I'm like, what if I buy a ticket to see Hamilton with some of the money? And that's what I ended up doing. So that's how I was able to see the show, is that I used my money. I bought my ticket, and so I saw the show on March 4th, 2020, with my brother. And it was incredible. Like, the show was incredible. Like, I can't believe I actually saw it. So I bought the tickets probably a few months in advance. We had orchestra seats. When we got there like right in the nick of time. So like, as soon as we sat down, we heard dun 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 dun, and like my mind just wasn't even like there yet. Like, I didn't even like, I wasn't really like grasping like, yo, I'm really here, like I'm seeing Hamilton right now. And so my brother, he nudged me, like with his leg, he nudged me, and then that's when I kind of like woke up and was like, whoa, like this is really this is happening right now. So as that happened, I was like, oh my god. I don't know if I was actually making sounds, but I just was like, and the lady next to me kind of looked like I could just see her out of the peripheral of my eye, just like, I was like freaking out at that point. So Bird came out, and I'm just like, oh my god, like this is happening. So like at that moment, I was just like, yo, this is crazy, like this is really, really happening. So it was great. Like, I had a great time. Me and like, I don't know why when I would think about like how it would be for me to see Hamilton, I expected it to be like a party, like almost like the audience would be like singing along, and I don't know why that was in my head, because of course like when you're at a show, you're not gonna be like singing and talking and stuff. But in my mind, I expected it to be like super like high energy with the audience, and the audience was not like that, and that was kind of disappointing, because I don't know, I just wanted like that. And for me, like as a performer, when you get like that feedback from the audience, like that's like, yes, like, you know, you feed off of the audience energy sometimes. And the audience was kind of just like really chill. But me and my brother, we like kept nudging each other, like every time we knew like a part was gonna come up that like we just really loved, like we would nudge each other. And like, so there were certain parts where I was just like just vibing in my seat. I wasn't trying to do it too hard, because I didn't know if like, you know, like when you could feel like someone like in your row like shaking, I didn't want to disturb anybody else's experience. So I kind of was like, you know, I was chill about it, like, you know, because it was just so lit. Like, it was so good. Everybody was incredible. I have to give special shout outs to certain people though, because certain people I was just like, oh, you were so good. So I have the playbill here, so let me not butcher any names. So Daniel Yearwood played John Lawrence and Philip Hamilton. He was actually in Once on This Island as well, and he was amazing. Like, he was so good. Of course, you know, he has to transition from John Lawrence to Philip, and he did that so well. Like, I just loved how he did that. Of course, you know, Philip is a child, and when they first show him, he's a child. So I love the way he performed as a child. Like, of course, he's a grown man, but you know, Daniel was able to portray a child. I enjoyed that. And his voice, like not to compare like people, but his voice reminded me a lot of Anthony Ramos's voice, and like the way they both sing, which I really enjoyed. Like, I enjoyed how he sang his parts, and I really enjoyed I hope I don't butcher his name. Fergie L. Philippi. He played Hercules Mulligan and James Madison. I thought he did an excellent job as well. His voice and just his mannerisms, I really enjoyed. And Tamara Green, he played George Washington. Really good. All of their voices was incredible. Just everybody was just so good. Like, there was parts, of course, that you don't realize would happen with just like the different movements, the different dances, the mannerisms. Like, you don't know until you actually see the show. The different props, and there was some dialogue, a little dialogue in there, and just different things that you don't know until you see it. There was an ensemble member that I have to give a shout out to, if I can find his name. I think he might have been Raymond Bernard. I think that was him. He was an ensemble member, and I was just like so in awe of him dancing. Like, he is pretty muscular, and just like the way he controlled his body was amazing. So I had to give him a shout out. And everybody was amazing. Everybody was really amazing. It's such a fast-paced show, and everybody kept up. It was incredible. It was just so incredible how everybody just kept up with the pace, with the story, with their vocals. It was like, whoa, like, and this is a show that I would love to be in, and it really made me think like how much training I still need to keep up with this type of performance, because they were unstoppable. They were really on point, and I just thought it was just so beautiful to see so many people of color just be able to bring out their talents and this story, and just it was absolutely amazing. I'm so thankful that I was able to see this show, really. And one part I have to say, just, you know, Act 2 of Hamilton, it gets, yeah, things take a turn. So, things, you know, become more emotional and whatnot. And I just have to say that, Daniel Breaker, which played Aaron Burr, he played Aaron Burr, the certain part in the show when it's like Hamilton decides to vote for Thomas Jefferson, and it's the part when Aaron Burr is like, someone who he's despised since the beginning just to keep me from winning. Oh my gosh, the way he said that was like, like, I felt his pain. Like, oh my gosh, I felt so bad for him in that moment. Like, of course, like, some people are like Burr is the enemy, you know, but in that moment, I was just like, like, the way he said it was just so heartbreaking. Like, there are so many parts that I'm just like, wow, like, that's incredible. Like, that's pretty deep. Like, wow. Yeah, like, that was my Hamilton experience. It was just really great. Like, if you get the chance to see this show when, you know, things get back to normal, when Broadway comes back, continue to enter the lottery, save up your money, and just find the cheapest tickets that you can, because I think that this is really an experience that everyone should experience. And yeah, this will continue to be one of my favorite shows. Everyone is just so incredible. I'm so thankful that you know, this show exists. People get to share their talents. People that look like me get to share their talents, and I think it's just so incredible. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening to me and my Hamilton experience. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.